uh, a guest on. I'll let him describe himself. He is a former psychological warfare officer of the U.S. Army. Our great guest, Mr. Scott Bennett. Thank you for joining us.
Rashid, it's my honor. Thank you for your invitation. I appreciate it very much.
Could you tell the people about yourself just a little bit?
Well, I worked for the Bush administration from 2003 to 2008. I moved out to Washington D.C. from California, and after the Bush administration, I joined. I was invited actually at a Pentagon briefing to join a psychological operations team that was being put together at Booz Allen Hamilton, and Edward Snowden was part of that team as well. And so I accepted the invitation. I transitioned out of the Bush administration. I went into Booz Allen Hamilton. I was also simultaneously given a direct commission in the United States Army Psychological Operations Civil Affairs Command. And I went through all the boot camp and all the training and all that. And I came out an officer. And I was then assigned to U.S. State Department liaison officer to Special Operations Command. I had a TES SCI clearance. I was also at SOCOM, CENTCOM doing, besides psychological warfare, information operations, terrorism analysis, also terrorist financing, finding banks and money laundering operations and cartels and instruments that were being used in funding terrorism. And during that process, I discovered in an Alice in Wonderland sort of revelation that Hillary Clinton and the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton State Department, when she was Secretary of State, I discovered all of this in 2009. Actually, I went through 2008, 9, and 10. And Barack Obama and Joe Biden and Eric Holder and Lanny Brewer, the Attorney General and the Assistant Attorney General, as well as Loretta Lynch, and a law firm called Covington and Burling. They were all involved in this horrific cabal of corruption and terrorist financing. And I wrote a report about it. It was originally a military whistleblowing report. And it was not classified because it was a whistleblowing report. But when I wrote the report and filed it up the chain of command, saying there's Swiss banks being used here, Union Bank of Switzerland, 19,000 bank accounts that a Swiss banker brought over to the United States, that Ed Snowden tracked when he was at CIA. All of this indicates massive amount of money that is being used by bad guys. And the moment I started filing reports and making phone calls, I was arrested at MacDill Air Force Base. I was charged with filling out a housing form improperly. They called it a 18 U.S. Code 100-1, the same charge they tried to file against Michael Flynn, until material in my book actually was given to Sidney Powell and Joe Flynn's brother that got him out of jail. But they threw me in jail to cover all of this up. And white hats were behind the protection of me, and they actually got me going to a different place where I was actually introduced to some of the intelligence assets that were actually being tracked in the military. So this is sort of a deep covert operation. But it's an astounding revelation of just how far and deep and corrupt our government has been since 2000. This has been George Bush, Dick Cheney, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump. I sent him my copy of my book. I sent him memos on this, so he was aware of it. What's been done, we've yet to see. But that's kind of a brief nutshell of